We're about to finish this game. Let's go. Hello, everybody. It's Leigh Strife here again with Legaia 2. We're going to go to Demiurge Tower. Velna's already gone, so now it's time for Avalon to get bent. Let's do that. Demiurge Tower. Ooh, looks and sounds so important.
Yeah.
Giant light of doom.
Pretty much.
Yep. That being said, I have definitely enjoyed this game, but you're right, it is time for a break.
I'm so ready to move on to another game.
We do it always happens. It happens to me, it happens to every player. You play a game, and even if you like something so much, there's just like, okay, I'm done now.
Yeah.
So
That's
and Leah said she's never seen the end of this game, and I sort of saw it in my lead up to recording this, but I don't have it in my head, so I'm curious.
I actually like in all the times that I've played this game or attempted to play this game, I usually get as far as the Wind Tower. And then I end up having to stop.
Oh.
And
just today.
Before this playthrough, the last time I played, I got all the way through the Wind Tower. And had gotten to the point where I was gonna do Demiurge Tower, and then I just couldn't go on.
Well, good to know I'm that crutch.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save. Actually, I'm gonna camp and do the healing thing first. Hey Lang, I heard a strange rumor.
Huh? That was pretty random. What is it, Maya?
Guess what? I heard Marianne and Elliot showed up in the arena.
The hell? You're kidding. But we killed them in Draconia. You should be dead.
But they also say if you go to the waiting room, the two of them are nowhere to be seen. Pretty spooky, huh?
Do you think it's true? Maybe it's just someone that looks like... I mean, how would you have people looking like them? Why would people look like them?
Oh my god, that's nuts! They were scary enough when they were alive. Don't tell me they're ghosts now. Maya, just why do you like ghost stories so much? You're scaring me out of my wits! Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering about it, that's all.
If we came across them in the arena, I think we should run. Okay. Weird. Weird game.
Okay, now I want to go back to the arena and find out.
Oh.
Is it haunted? Alright, you know what? I'll compromise. Let's find out.
One more check into that arena, just in case. It could be the dream match for all we know. I doubt it.
It says here in the wiki, after Elliot and Marianne are defeated, they can be fought in the battle arena. In Fortune.
Oh. Okay then. I guess that answers that question.
And I think you can fight the what was his name, Buddy?
Um,
The guy with who's
Bubba.
Bubba, yeah.
Oh, Bubba, yeah. Uh-huh.
I think you can fight him too.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to do some more of the battle tournaments and see if I can run into Elliot and Marianne. But I guess we could save that for a like follow-up thing. I don't know. Do you want to try, or do you want to just go on to the end?
I mean, it couldn't hurt. I mean, we did that. We have yet to do the dream match thing.
True. We can't do the dream match until we beat another one of the tournaments.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm gonna say Gambling Arena next.
Okay.
Because that sounds a little easier than having us fight our friends.
True.
One more stop, one more stop. Let's find Ghost. Let's kill Ghost. Let's go. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Ah, those movies were good.
Mm-hmm.
You're a mom! You don't get to have a life that doesn't revolve around us anymore. Just so much snark.
Oh god, those kids were full of snark, weren't they?
And then Venkman throwing the pens at the dude because he was such a dork.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of dorks, hello.
I fucking love Venkman. So funny. What did you think of Dana shocking him with his own machine?
I thought that was a nice touch. I was surprised because it was like they didn't even hint at it until you saw her name at the end.
Mm-hmm.
In the credits, and it says Sigourney Weaver, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was just like a throwaway scene gag at the end.
She was actually supposed to have a much bigger part, but it got cut down.
Oh. Ooh.
And they asked Rick Moranis to come in too, and he just declined. He said it didn't interest him.
Sounds about right.
But he's trying to do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Again.
Yeah. Why?
I know it doesn't need to be done anymore.
Is he gonna do Spaceballs 2?
I hope.
I mean, he would make that somewhat livable and helpful. Because I don't know how old Mel Brooks is. Not the makeup wouldn't matter much because Mel Brooks' character was the freaking Yoda-looking guy, but it's just like.
Well, Mel Brooks had two roles in
got...
Spaceballs.
Yeah, and I don't know if he could still do the president role. God, that was like 35 years ago. It's gonna be like 85 or 90. I'm gonna look that up just to be safe, because that's one of those names you just hear and like he's still going.
Mm-hmm.
That was close.
97.
Yep.
Whale.
He's getting up there like Betty White was.
Yeah.
Jesus. One of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen was Betty White sitting next to I think it was Jason Momoa on a talk show, and she was just clearly admiring his body, just very blatantly.
I mean,
it was so funny.
And I bet he was just like,
oh
right.
my god. It was the funniest thing.
No, not 69 damage. Not 364 damage. Oh, ow. Yeah, because they're honestly making a lot of sequels that really shouldn't exist. Spaceballs 2 is one of them. Beetlejuice 2 is like 10 or 15 years too late.
They've been trying to make Spaceballs 2 for so many decades now.
I know, and it feels like finally they had to search for more money. It's like, we have no more money! But I'm like, Beetlejuice 2 is finally in existence. Like, I'm like, you're like,
they finally managed to
late.
get everybody interested in doing the project.
Yeah, I'm like, you could have done it 3 or 4 years after the fact.
And the way they're addressing the whole Jeffrey Jones situation is by having Charles Dietz be dead.
Fair enough. But then it's like, I'm trying to think. They're doing Matrix 5.
Oh God, no!
Then Toy Story 5, which I'm like, you didn't need to do Toy Story 4.
No, Toy Story 4 did not need to happen.
I mean, I liked what they did with it, but no.
Okay, look, I saw the first Toy Story, and I was not a fan. None of the sequels needed to happen.
No.
None of them. Everybody can argue that Toy Story 4 didn't need to happen. I argue that Toy Story 2 and 3 didn't need to happen.
Well, I guess you should be grateful we're never getting stuff like Bug's Life 2.
Don't say that, because
just...
someone will think of it.
Yeah, because yeah, we don't need Magnificent 7 Bug's Life twice, I guess. But yeah, that's what happens when Hollywood just can't come up with anything. They've run the gamut of superhero stuff, so now they're just like, yep, nostalgia bait every single time.
They kind of haven't, though. There are superheroes that haven't been attempted yet.
Yeah, I mean, they could bring back Spawn if they wanted to. I'm still kind of disappointed they didn't. I know it wasn't the best movie, but I still maintain if Todd McFarlane wanted to make a, he could have made a second one. Could have been better than Morbius, for fuck's sake.
See, that's my problem with a lot of the superhero movies they make, is they screw them up.
Yeah.
Like,
and to be fair, oh, go ahead.
They have yet to make a. Like, every time they want to keep rebooting all these. They want to keep rebooting all these damn franchises. Can't anybody just make a movie anymore without trying to turn it into a franchise?
Nope. Because we gotta have our RoboCop reboot. We gotta have our Total Recall reboot. We gotta have our other thing. Like, I'm honestly shocked they haven't retooled Jason or Freddy or
yes, they
shit
have.
like that. Because they have? Oh no.
Yes, they have. All three of them.
Because I know Predator came back. But
okay, there was a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, and it was hated.
Oh.
There was a Friday the 13th reboot, and there was a Halloween. There was a couple of Halloween reboots.
I mean, Halloween was the biggest named one. I remember now. Was the Nightmare on Elm Street one with the dude from frickin' Watchmen? Was that what I was thinking of? Or was it different?
It was another guy playing Freddy, and he was just kind of. He was just wrong. He was not Robert Englund, and it showed.
And to be fair, like, I get it. Movies get remade every generation, but at some point you're just kind of like, you don't have to do it.
Invest in the indies. Invest in these indie people, the independent filmmakers, because granted, they have not been proven I'm a little distracted while I rant here. I'm sorry.
Fair. No, it's fair. This is good.
But the thing is, no, their films haven't been proven, but they're way more original than any of the bullshit we're seeing Hollywood producing. Hollywood is just sitting there trying to stick to a certain formula and produce what they think is going to attract people to come to the theaters. And for the most part, what they're doing is they're putting out a bunch of mass-produced bullshit that's just dumbing the population down. They're not even giving their audience the benefit of the doubt in how much they explain either. They're just assuming we're all stupid and they're explaining things to us in the movies as if we're children.
I think for me, what's more frustrating is the times when they make a movie and they just shelve it because of tax write-offs. Like the Batgirl thing. Like, I don't know if that movie would have been any good at all, but they had it like ready-made and edited and done. And they just said, "Oh, we're not going to show it. We're not going to make any of our money back. Let's just write it off." That was so messed up. Oh boy, can't use items. Gee, I don't know if Light needs them.
Well, like, there are some movies that they can make for tax purposes that should never see the light of day.
Yeah.
And then
I
some
kept
of
hearing
them
about
do.
a John Cena. There was a John Cena movie that was like based on the Wile E. Coyote or Acme stuff that apparently got remade and all that stuff was ready to go, and then they kind of bounced back and forth if they were going to stream it or not. So I'm like, he's not that bad an actor. You could make the movie and see what happens. I mean, recoup something, I guess. But then again, there's also that phase of we got to keep making movies that are fucking remakes or stuff. Like every time any franchise is good, you have the ready-made direct-to-DVD sequels, like Ace Ventura 2 or Son of the Mask. I'm just like, no.
No.
That isn't... Ugh. No, you're disgusting. Not you, the thing with his butt.
I know. I can't tell which side is the head and which side is the ass.
Both. That's what's freaky. It's cat dog. I just said that show was good, and I never watched it.
What show?
Cat Dog.
Oh. I never watched it.
I know, there's just so many cartoons. Like, I had my 4 or 5 that I watched, and I didn't need any more. Oh!
Dude, you'd be amazed at how many cartoons I watched when I was a kid. And I mean amazed.
I bet you could name, like, all of them, and probably be done by the time this is done, I'm not sure.
I'd still be going.
He's dead! Oh. I really need to watch TMNT once again. Like, that was like the first one I watched, but I never got into it. Like, my memory of cartoons was like X-Men was the first one I watched, which was like 5 years later.
I watched X-Men.
Oh wait, no, actually it was probably Captain Planet.
I watched that too.
Captain Planet. Yeah. So it was either Carmen Sandiego or Captain Planet. It was one of the two.
I watched all of that. Carmen Sandiego, Captain Planet, the Ninja Turtles, Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale was so good.
DuckTales. I watched the fucking Gummy Bears.
Oh yeah, DuckTales.
Tailspin.
I saw a little bit of that.
And then I watched, the cartoons on USA. Pixie and Dixie, Huckleberry Hound, Snagglepuss, Jabberjaw, all of those.
Yeah, they're doing a I forget what it is. There's a streaming service that's coming out soon that's basically like taking as many cartoons as they could, and they're basically turning it into a streaming version of Boomerang. But it's not just the old school cartoons. It's potentially some of the stuff from the 80s and 90s too. I'd be like, if you can get the rights to all that shit, that would be great.
Oh god, and then in the 80s, He-Man, She-Ra. Who else? Rainbow Bright, Care Bears, the Bionic Six, Ghostbusters. Jesus.
I forget, because we're talking about the Ghostbusters thing, there was the thing from the 70s that had the license, so they turned the real Ghostbusters, so the movie became the real Ghostbusters cartoon, right? Because of some licensing thing?
I think.
I know there was both. I want to check on that, because, yeah,
Well, the cartoon
like...
became... The cartoon that was based on the Ghostbusters movie was called The Real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's what it was. I see it right now. Because, yeah, what happened was Ghostbusters became a big fucking hit, and the people who actually owned the cartoon license or some shit from the 70s had some licensing agreement, so they just piggybacked off it, thinking people would watch it, and then people were like, no, we'll make our own fucking cartoon with our own freaking characters, which is what everybody knew. So yeah, that's what it was. It's called The Real Ghostbusters.
Uh-huh. And I watched it every day.
Yeah, like my frames of reference was like X-Men, Spider-Man, Aladdin, Timon and Pumbaa.
I watched Spider-Man, and I watched Batman.
Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy. It's kind of funny, Batman came later in my life. I didn't watch it when it was on for some reason.
I watched Doug, but I think he was one of the only Nickelodeon cartoons I watched.
Yeah, I was also watching like Beavis and Butthead and Daria a few years later. So
I watched
I was
Daria,
kind of
but I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead. But I watched Daria.
Daria was so good. I saw a lady with a Daria shirt a couple weeks ago while at Lego. I was like, it's still around and it's still awesome, I'm sure. Because that's the thing, is like I moved from like that kids cartoon vibe, then I got to the MTV stuff, and then right around a couple years later was when the anime shift happened. And after that point, I was like, kind of like, all right, well, I had my Saturday morning cartoon phase, and now it's kind of like, all right, well, I'm into this now, I guess. Ooh! I'm in favor. I think getting back to the nostalgia baiting and stuff like that for making movies. If you can catalog movies or TV shows so that people can watch them and enjoy them, that's one thing. If you're trying to remake a thing from the ground up to try and appease investors or keep a license, then you're in kind of like, you're not doing it for the right reason.
No.
Because, let's face it, those Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and, was it Droopy, Popeye, like all that stuff, like Peanuts, like that stuff's 70, 80, 90, 100 years old and still holds up.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like,
oh hell,
it's timeless.
I saw something on YouTube this week that I forgot even existed, but it did. It was a cartoon called Kathy, based on a comic strip I used to read when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
You remember Kathy?
A little bit, because I think my 4 or 5 ones that I would always read were Calvin and Hobbes was always the best.
Oh, I loved Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, I got the books. Like that was the one I always got to. There was Garfield, because that was always at the top of the list. Then like Dilbert every once in a while, but Kathy was in that listing. It was
yeah.
Heroes
Dilbert, Family Circle.
Yeah, Family Circle, BC,
Gasoline Alley, Blondie, Peanuts.
I think I remember that one.
Let's see what else. Beetle Bailey.
I think I remember that one. There's so many.
Oh yeah, non sequitur.
Those things we used to have called newspapers, people. Those Sunday comic strips were best.
That used to be the only part of the newspaper I would actually read voluntarily was the comics page.
Yeah.
I hated reading the newspaper because I hated what was being printed in it.
Yeah, I would read the sports section and sometimes the movie reviews, but it was the Sunday comic strips, or the daily comic strips, or even the crossword puzzles.
I wouldn't read newspaper articles unless it was something school related. Because I had to, in one of the classes that I took in high school, to get an easy A during my senior year was current events. Literally, in current events, all we did was sit around and read newspapers.
Wow, that sounds so awesome. It's like the Ghostbusters movie. You watch freaking Cujo.
He gave us a list of articles to look out for, and we had to write at least a sentence about each article.
Dude, that'd be so awesome. A sentence?
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
We had to write. We had to write something in our notebooks to prove that we'd read the article.
Okay, but if it's a sentence, I can live with that. Essays were the worst. Full-on 2 to 3 page essays.
Oh god.
Like I can live with tests, but essays are the worst.
Well, the teacher for that class was one of the sports coaches.
Oh.
And his next door neighbor wasn't a sports coach, but the two of them, I used to call them the grumpy old men. They were adorable. They would come into each other's classes and insult each other, and it was just part of the shtick that they did. And they were amazing. They were so great. And when they realized that I was in both of their classes, they would work me into the jokes. And it was so funny. It was so funny. Like, my current events teacher, so current events teacher was on the left side of there was an office in between the two classrooms. So current events teacher was on the left side, and my economics and U.S. government teacher was on the right side. So if I was in economics or U.S. government, my current events teacher would come in and start cracking jokes, and he'd be like, "Oh, Leigh, you don't want to sit through this boring geezer's lecture, do you?" And then, I'd be in current events reading my newspaper, and then my economics teacher would come over and he'd be like, "Oh, Leigh, you don't want to sit in this old fart's classroom. His prom date dumped him to come to the prom with me."
Ouch.
And then the other guy would be like, "Yeah, but that was when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Can't you get over it?"
Oh.
They would trade these insults back and forth between each other all the time. And then, if I was in the room too, they would work me into the act, and it was hilarious. Those were some really funny times, I swear. My senior year was the best one.
Imagine what school would be like if we didn't have to actually be tested on things.
I know, right?
Anyway, how many obstacles were overcome to arrive at this glory? You have finally honed skill, and the goddess of victory is on your side. The audience has given you a name. They are calling you God of Gamblers. You deserve to lead this army of admirers. Lang, God of Gamblers, this will go down in fortune history. Now please collect your prizes. God of Gamblers.
Meteorite, Hellbeast Bone, and Count Rembro. Ooh.
Yay, I got a rock from space.
What is Count Rembro? It's a painting. An expensive piece of artwork.
Hey, David would pay a fortune for that.
Wretched Ponalot. Diamond ring. gem-covered dress.
Degenerate reality.
Right.
Somebody's been playing too much Persona.
I need to
Wait a
go. I need to go back to Tanza actually. Oh, look who it is.
Uh-oh.
Stop it. You'll lose for sure.
No! Me no lose! Muscles want to fight!
Oh, stop it. Laying hell. Balzac refuses to listen to me.
When is that the first time? No! Me go! Me fight! And me win!
I'll fight him instead.
Okay.
Or, no, it says I'll fight instead. How about we just
enough.
say he may be able to win?
Gotta give the guy something every once in a while. You should try and see. Well, if you're lucky, well, I think you had a good shot. Ah! You hear, Fanta? She just walks in on the conversation.
I don't believe that for a second. Lang, the god of gamblers, said so, so it must be true.
Hello? Oh, of course. Lang, the god of gamblers, has won the competition. Oh, pshh.
Really? Alright, fine, Balzac. You may compete in the battle.
Okay.
She's giving him permission? Wow. Just holy shit.
Wow. He
Yeah.
actually got his way for once.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Zach, dream!
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Tanza and see if I can give some of these animal parts I'm holding on to, like all these lip spears, to that dude who makes medicines.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that's something I should have been doing all the whole time anyway. I got presents yesterday.
Did?
What the hell? They're here
Oh, God,
already?
what are they doing here?
Yeah, I got presents yesterday.
It's like they're stalking.
Lang!
Hey! How's Muscles? You help us at Draconia. Here, free my from my muscles to yours. Ew.
30 dream burgers.
Thank you. What is this? No, Muscles want to give. What? Not enough? Muscles give 30 more. No, no thanks. I've got enough.
Thanks, Lang. We were able to go back to town thanks to you.
I would say that's good to hear. That's good. You okay now? You look pretty bad back there. Lang! Lang worried about me? Oh, we big friends. No.
Oh my god.
No muscle man, maybe no recover. Me, but no trouble for Balzac. Wanna see muscles? See? Still muscle!
I told you, nobody wants to see them.
But you do! Ow!
I knew I should have ended this partnership.
Yeah, You could have. No! No way! We always muscle together from now to eternity!
Oh no.
Let's
Let's
muscle together?
let's hook something up, but without Balzac, okay?
Wow, son muscle. I risk all muscle for you.
Just kidding. You can't do anything without me around anyway.
He literally can't.
I know. He's-
I love how she just suddenly was just like into the ring for half a second. I was like, maybe.
She's like, yeah, let's go. You and me do something without the ball sack.
I love the muscle together. Like, dude, is that your way of saying sex? Jesus. Okay.
Okay, so look at all the crap I can sell him.
Wow.
A Doppelin coin.
Um,
Holy shit, look what he'll
Look.
pay for it.
looks pleased with itself. Of course it does.
I don't want it.
And I am in coin form.
I don't-
Revel in my glory.
I literally can't do anything with any of this stuff.
Goblin, you corneo ripoff, you. Stop haunting me.
I was waiting for you, adventurer. I paid Joe a lot of money for the data for the quiz for you. Let's begin. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Alright. How tall is Ain? How many pirates are there, including Sharon? So let's see, there's Sharon, Dupont, I think she's got 7? You're so silly. Where were Elliot and Marianne born? They never said. It was an unknown place. Incorrect.
What?
Were they born
What?
in Cravia? What's the nickname? No, Cravia was where Avalon was from. They must have been from the other place. What is the nickname of the Elder of Jenga?
Elder of the East Wind, or was it West? Ugh.
Correct.
Right.
Which level of room in the hotel in Darrigan connects to the sewer? No, maybe it was classic. What is the name of the pretty lady with a big secret in front of the bar in Cravia? Why is Bubba one of Doplin's followers? How many stray
What the-
cats are there in Darrican?
3.
Maybe it was 3. What is Marianne's favorite food? What is the name of Sharon's pirate ship? 5 answers out of 10. Not good enough. Study hard
No.
and come back again.
No.
Maybe.
I want to take a test. This is a video game.
Let's see. Let's try again. Okay, we just answered this one. Bloodhawk. To make a skeleton saber from a steel saber, you need a crest rock
Oh.
and...
What?
I have no idea.
Ugh.
You know what? Google is my friend.
Yeah.
Let's see. Skeleton Saber from Steel Saber. An Iron Fang Stone. What is the name of the captain of the Golden Knights, a frequent winner in Fortune?
Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen. How old is Maya?
You never asked.
She's 14, just like Lang.
Oh.
What is the name of the pretty lady with the big secret? That's Miula.
That one.
Can the snowmen in the Forgotten Village be smashed? Yes, they can. I think only one of them can be, though. Yeah, only one of them. Okay, in this one you said 3. Let's go for that. Okay. What does Bubba cherish the most?
His monkey friend, Memory of Elfin.
Yep. Okay, I said 7 last time and I was wrong, so let's try 8. You got 9 answers out of 10.
Oh, bullshit.
Ugh. When she said you're so silly, I got it wrong.
So now I'll move you out of the way. Why is he looking at me now? It's like, you're in my way, dummy.
Alright, let's see. Barton is a rich noble who owns a mansion in Darrican. What is the name of his son? Oh.
Ugh.
Let's see. Barton is the father of Vindel and husband of Lamanna. Okay, so it's...
I would have never gotten that one.
To make that spicy pilaf jambalaya, you need pork, spices, rice, and what else? Vegetable. What is Marianne's favorite food? Well, it's not strawberries, sweets. Okay. How much is blowfish weed? $500. Oh, I got that one right the first time. 88. How many residents are there in Jenga? Not that many. There's 11. How much does Marianne weigh? What?
Dude, where are these questions? Rude. Well, it's obviously not 3. He's too small for that.
Holy shit.
What? Oh my god, really?
What is the name of the captain? Okay, Vixen.
There we go.
What generation is Doplin's current bishop?
Nah. Man, this is obscure as shit. I'm not messing around with this quiz.
13th. Really? Ha! The sandmole stew in Kravia is sometimes off. What is the effect of it being off? Gives you a stomach ache. Why do you know as much as Mr. Information? You must be a spy. The life of a spy is always dangerous. You might find this item handy. Acquired spy kit. Quick escape charm, a curse remedy, and fruit of stamina. Dr. Lang, you're the only person who is as equally clear-headed as me. Okay. I had a feeling she had another quiz up her sleeve.
Ugh. Ugh.
Okay. Well, she's still got a business, I guess.
Come on, buy something, will ya?
Don't need anything.
Nope.
Let's check Mr. Black Market back here.
Hi.
Oh, it's you.
Joe happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was ecstatic, which by Joe standards means he cracked a smile.
Okay, I don't need any of what he's got either. Wonder how he'll use this golden Grona anyway. Not that it really matters to me. Okay, well, I think I've done what I needed to do here.
Well, hopefully Baltic and Fanta keep their distance in the next town over. Jeez. Watch them make it to one of these days and start invading houses, and Baltic goes, This house needs more muscle!
Oh, God. Oh, now Sharon's learning a dish.
Put it in the oven and bake for 10 minutes. It'll be lightly browned. Nice and browned on top like this is the best. Sharon, what are you doing?
It smelled so good, I just had to learn how to make it.
Yeah.
My, that smells great. I can't believe I'll be able to make something this good. Shrimp au gratin. Ooh.
Interesting. I'm not really a shrimp guy.
I love shrimp.
Gee, aren't you a nice guy?
Well, he's going by what their faces are saying.
Yeah. It's getting dark outside. Is it nighttime for the... Please don't say that, kid.
Aww.
We don't need to go black hole sun on this bitch. I love that song. Got to play it at work the other day.
Yeah.
They've been doing the retro radio kit, so we get to play stuff from our phones. And I was just like, all right, I'll put on Black Hole Sun because I don't care.
Okay. I think we're done with all the dialogue stuff.
Okay, so looks like that's it. And going forward, looks like it's going to be the end game. So we'll see you next time.